There's my camera. You're video bombing right now. Yeah. Okay? Oh, so that's how you feel about it. That was the creepiest thing ever, Una. Don't do that again, please. I mean, I know you're good with the evil laughter, because it is. It's quite good. You should, you know, record it and then put it in a cartoon or something. Evil laughter is good. Creepy voice? No. Really creepy. Wonderful, wonderful. Never do that again. No, you just scared off our non-existent viewers. They're gone now. And we have to somehow get other ones. And they're non-existent, so the market's quite thin. I can only reply to Una's videos since Danny can't post one. Una told me very vaguely something to do with falling, an elbow, and a mangled badminton racket. I'm not quite sure how all these came together, but his computer is a little bit compromised at the moment, so maybe he'll post later, I'm not sure. And yes, Una, I did talk a lot about consoles. I realized that too. Consoles are just a big part of gaming for me, and I didn't even go into the handheld consoles, which, you know, I could have quite well. I have handheld consoles, but no, I'm not going to talk about the PSP or the DS or the Game Boy or the cool game apps on the iPhone. Well, she talked forever about board games I've never even heard of. Hieroglyph game? The art game? These don't exist, honey. In your mind. The reasons for not liking Monopoly are kind of like all the reasons I love it. It's so intense. It's just a stupid little game. And then it, like, although if you play My Way without houses, it goes by a little quicker. I mean, it kind of sounds like it wouldn't, but it does. I think that's why we didn't play with houses, because it was a little too complex, and also made the game last longer. You know what other card game should exist in your life? Uno. Uno is a fantabulous card game. I mean, it's cool. And then, like, for older people, Phase 10. It's kind of like Uno, but different. And the dog catcher game that you guys played, or that you mentioned you played, like calling all dogs, I think it was called Dog Catcher. Here, or at my school, I'm not sure. But we had a similar game. It was called, like, Octopus, or Mr. Octopus maybe, where there was an octopus, and then so you'd all line up on one wall, and then you'd have to run across the gym. And you were fish, and then when you'd run across, the octopus would touch you, and then if he touched you, you became like seaweed or something, because you were stuck where you were standing, so you couldn't move. But you could go like this, and you had to touch fish as they swam past if you were able to touch them. And then the last fish was the winner. Yeah. Another big hit in gym class was that big parachute. Like, I know it's not a game, but just huge, just like this huge parachute. I know there's even a Facebook group about it. Just this huge colored, like, circus parachute. And you'd all circle around it, puff it up in the air, and then you run underneath and, like, sit on it, and so it'd be like this mushroom, you'd be like, ah, pretty, and then that would be the game. But it was a parachute, and it was huge, and it was pretty fun. How dare you say Horde is better than Alliance? Horde is the evil side, never the good side. The good is the good side. Alliance, hearts pure. We have our own YouTube web series. The Guild, right? Knights of Good. They're clearly Alliance. And the Axis of Anarchy? Clearly the Horde. And they were jerks. They were huge jerks. Okay? Horde equals jerks. For those of you who've never played WoW, just remember that. Horde equals jerks. For our non-existent viewers, who do you think is better? Alliance or Horde? That's a big question. Which one's better and why? Leave comments down below. I want to read this. Because I think Horde is just full of jerks. And they're ugly, and they're probably smelly. I'm afraid of Cataclysm too. I don't like change. Yeah, I'm never, ever, ever a fan of change. And at any, like, level of my life, in any, any part of my life, level of my life, change is never fun for me. Ever. I hate change. So I'm afraid of Cataclysm 2. If they're changing the entire game, it's a big step. I mean, I know some of the older players are probably getting bored with the levels. They've, probably capped at 80 already. It's probably not as interesting for them anymore. But changing the entire game? I mean, I understand putting in the new characters, like the werewolf character, but changing everything? And it just looks terrible. I mean, you watch the trailer and everything's like in flames and being destroyed. I wonder how it'll all play through.